Coming up, we'll be live in Des Moines seeing how Iowans are building a deeper relationship with the country of Kosovo.
And a look at Waverly's first preparations for Christmas.
Plus travel tips for this holiday season with the recent increase in security. This is Cedar Valley Today.
Hello, and welcome to Cedar Valley Today. I'm Michael Benson.
And I'm Melissa Kozak. Cedar Valley Today reporter Christina Alexander is in Des Moines this morning to give us a live look at the first ever consulate in the United States. And it'll be right here in Iowa.
Thank you for joining us, Christina.
So, Christina, where is Kosovo?
Kosovo is a small territory in Serbia on the Balkan Peninsula in Europe. They have declared their separation in the 90s, which resulted in the NATO bombing of Serbia, and they have declared their independence in 2008, but they are still considered an illegitimate state by some. I traveled to Des Moines to find out more about their consulate. The fledgling democratic state of Kosovo is in the process of opening their first consulate in the United States. The decision to choose Des Moines over other cities comes from the long relationship the Iowa National Guard has had with Kosovo during their rebellion and consequent separation from Serbia. Colonel Lieutenant Michael Woon explains who is to be credited for this relationship.
Major General Tim Orr recognized that really there was a lot of opportunity to do things beyond just security cooperation. With Kosovo, as a developing country, a newly independent country in the Balkan Peninsula, he recognized that there was opportunities for cooperation in other sectors beyond security.
The consulate under the program Whole of Iowa for Whole of Kosovo will help Iowa and Kosovo have a better cooperation when it comes to agriculture, business, industry, education, and healthcare. However, even though the main purpose of this consulate will be economic development and trade, the security and military cooperation will also be a big aspect.
Our plan is that we will have a Kosovo Security Force officer assigned to the consulate office for a period of time to work directly with the Iowa National Guard as we develop our security cooperation programs with Kosovo.
Having a permanent presence by somebody from Kosovo will help foster economic ties that are already in place through the Iowa Sister States program. Dennis Deeds, the chair of the Kosovo Committee for Iowa Sister States, explained what the two areas have in common.
Kosovo has, even though it's a very tiny country, it has an ag sector that was at one time fairly robust, and I think it can be again because of the turmoil and stuff. It's trying to recover.
Cassie Wheeler, the international program manager of the Iowa Sister States program, tells of her expectations after the consulate is open.
I would expect that there's going to be a lot more exchanges, whether it's education, agriculture-based. It's a chance for businesses to expand if they're looking to go abroad and get into the European market even. So there's just a lot of opportunities both ways.
We're just 5 minutes away from Court Avenue in downtown Des Moines, where the consulate was due to open later this year. However, due to licensing issues, that might not be the case anymore.
So, Christina, do we know the exact date that it's going to open?
The current estimate is early next year, possibly February. However, due to having such a big opening as this, it is difficult to coordinate the schedules with all the politicians, both from Kosovo and from Iowa, that need to be there. For Cedar Valley Today, this is Christina Alexander, live from the Des Moines State Capitol.
Thanks, Christina. Cedar Valley Crime Stoppers is seeking the public's help with 2 cases. The Crime Stoppers are asking for help once again, but in an unsolved murder. Chantorio Evans was shot several times in the early morning of December 2nd of 2012. There's a $1,000 reward. If you have any information, you can contact Cedar Valley Crime Stoppers by phone, text, or online. You can also contact Waterloo Police Department with any information.
Waterloo Police are looking for help in identifying a man who used a medical emergency as a chance to steal. According to the Waterloo Police Department, the man pictured here was gambling at the Isle of Capri when an older person next to him collapsed due to a medical emergency. While others helped the person recover, the man took the person's winnings. The man is on video arriving and leaving with a pictured woman. Anyone with any information is asked to call Cedar Valley Crime Stoppers at 855-300-8477.
After weeks of searching, the Hiawatha Police Department identified the male in the photo as Robert Davis Bleakley. Bleakley was wanted in connection with numerous theft at gyms in Waterloo.
Coming up, a look at how Hawkeye's Child Development Center has changed the lives of parents.
A car. A car gives you freedom. A new beginning. Room to grow. And in time, room to grow up. Your dream car evolves, and protecting it takes committed support. American Family Insurance.
Hawkeye's Child Development Center has recently moved to a different location and expanded. When the Child Development Center started accepting infants, the center's growth changed the lives of the parents and children for the better. Child Care Coordinator Penny Tysinger explained the process to us.
When the word got out that we started serving infants, we filled up really fast. And we had student parents saying, "Oh my gosh, I did not know Hawkeye Community College had a child care center."
The Hawkeye Child Development Center can be contacted at 319-296-4245.
Christmas has finally arrived at Wartburg College, and the Festival of Trees is now ready for viewing. The Festival of Trees is in conjunction with Christmas with Wartburg. Faculty, student, and community groups have set up and decorated trees. The trees are open for viewing until December 17th in the Classroom Technology Center at Wartburg College. Next on Cedar Valley Today, we'll take a look at what's trending on your social media. Now a look at what's trending on your social media. Trying to get into the Christmas spirit today? Well, you can at the Jingle and Mingle from 5 to 8 p.m. tonight in downtown Cedar Falls. Find something unique for everyone on your list from local merchants. From 6 to 8, there will be carol singers, trolley rides, Santa's workshop, and a live nativity. Again, that's all located in downtown Cedar Falls. The University of Northern Iowa Athletics is getting into the holiday spirit with Elf on the Shelf. Instead of on the shelf, the elf has been going around to different sports. So far, the elf has been with the track team, athletic trainers, and in their weight room. To follow where the elf goes, check out their Twitter page at UNI Athletics. Here's a look at your weather for today.
Are you a high school senior passionate about becoming a writer, producer, editor, or even a cinematographer?
Wartburg College's Department of Journalism and Communication wants students like you to join our award-winning creative community.
We've created a digital cinema and production program centered on real-world experiences, with a goal of helping you master digital skills in video, audio, and live production.
You'll have the opportunity to work in our digital production control room, live recording studios, and have access to our full line of digital cinema gear.
This program is designed for digital creatives who want to explore areas such as screenwriting, producing and directing, digital cinematography and lighting design, music production and digital audio recording, live video production and streaming.
We're committed to training the next generation of digital storytellers. For more information about Wartburg's Department of Journalism and Communication, find us online and on Facebook.
'Tis the season for holiday travel, which is just 3 short weeks away. Families are getting ready to travel, but for those who are traveling by plane, have guidelines to follow here. Here to help us get ready for holiday travel is Greg Humble from Humble Travel Service in Cedar Falls. Thank you for joining me this morning.
Yeah, thanks, Alyssa.
So just to get started, there's a few guidelines that we have to follow when we're traveling by plane. What are those guidelines?
Okay, so first of all, the basics, of course, with traveling, with your carry-on bag, you do have to have like your liquids, lotions, things like that in like a little Ziploc bag. And so just make sure that everything fits in that, whether it's like, say, some, ladies' items, or it could be toothpaste, whatever. So. But, and of course, you can usually just, put that outside the bag on the outside zipper, so you can pull that out easy when you're traveling. And then the other thing, too, with the holidays to consider is when you do maybe take gifts with you, leave them unwrapped when you're in your carry-on bag, because TSA could possibly open up those bags and make you unwrap the package, too. So kind of keep that in mind when you're traveling. The other thing, too, packing cubes, you can use those. These happen to be e-bags, and you can probably get these directly from e-bag. And but it's nice to put like shoes. It could be like sweaters, whatever. You can pack those, whether it's your carry-on bag or it could be your checked bag. And the big thing with like your carry-on bag too is like you don't want to have it more than 22 inches in length. That's important. Otherwise, it won't fit in the overhead compartment on the airlines.
Okay.
Okay. And then the other thing is in regards to taking gifts that are wrapped with you, of course, you can put those in your checked bag. That checked bag, though, is actually going to cost you probably $25 to check with the airlines. Most would probably charge $25. And then so you can just wrap them, simply like that. And of course, maybe take that extra roll of wrapping paper with you to wrap the other ones that aren't wrapped. So, and then of course the e-bags you could take with you in your checked bag, or your checked bag. And of course your shoes, everything like that. And I know my wife and I use these all the time when we travel, e-bags. So they're a very handy tool. And of course, packing your carry-on bag, if you happen to have a liquid, maybe that's a big liquid bottle, more than 3 ounces, then you could wrap it in some of your clothing possibly to pad it so that it didn't get broken. And of course, the other thing I do sometimes too is I'll put it in maybe a plastic bag, maybe in a large Ziploc bag in case it would break. Then it's not going to get all over everything else.
Right.
Okay.
So security is going to be in full force this
Right.
Christmas season.
That's right.
So how can we avoid holding up those lines?
Well, the big thing is, like I kind of said earlier, is one thing, have that Ziploc bag with your liquids in it, in your carry-on bag, handy to pull out real quick, so when you're going through the security line. Also, I would be prepared with, like, say, metal objects and things that are on your person. Make sure you get those out of there and put them in, say, your carry-on bag before you actually scan it, and you're not going to hold up the line that way, too.
All right, perfect. Anything else you'd suggest for us travelers?
I would say just be aware of your bags. When you're in the airport too, of course, make sure you know that your bag's with you and you don't leave it somewhere that someone could put something in it. So just be careful about things like that when you're in a large area in an airport.
All right, perfect. Well, thank you for joining me today.
Yeah.
We know a lot now for traveling for this holiday season, so hopefully we stay safe and have a great time. Up next, one Sumner resident celebrated a very special birthday yesterday.
A car. A car gives you freedom. A new beginning. Room to grow. And in time, room to grow up. Your dream car evolves, and protecting it takes committed support. American Family Insurance.
One Sumner resident is turning had turned 111 years old yesterday.
Emma Huff's birthday will mark her as Iowa's oldest known resident. She spent the day playing bingo and eating cake at the Hillcrest Nursing Home in Sumner, where she resides. With her age, she knows how hard it is not being able to do everything she wants. However, it hasn't stopped her from being able to visit 48 states and riding in a Lamborghini. Cedar Valley Today wants to wish Emma a happy belated birthday. Thank you for watching Cedar Valley Today. For more Cedar Valley Today content, download our app for Android.
And make sure to follow us on Twitter and Facebook. Have a great day, Cedar Valley.